time is running out for Ohio lawmakers to bring forward and vote on a bipartisan congressional map.
10 TV's Colin Dorsey was at the State House today as the redistricting committee heard arguments about Ohio's future when it comes to voting.
Today is the first deadline for a vote on a bipartisan legislative map, but with no submission from Republicans and nothing scheduled in either chamber, you can deduce that that deadline will come and go.
The word fairness is not in the Constitution, correct?
I think it's pretty difficult to talk about drawing congressional districts and your representative, your voice, without talking about fairness.
Fairness and whose idea of it is right was a big focus among lawmakers. Senator Timken later clarifying fairness isn't part of the constitutional wording guiding redistricting.
This is the results of the election of Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. We talk about fairness, we talk about data points, we talk about 45-55. Senator, what would you make of this map?
Democrats have already proposed a map, still giving Republicans the majority in the state, but splits congressional seats 8-7 instead of the current 10-5. Much of today's testimony centered around the lack of a map from Republicans.
When will the public or your colleagues even get to see it?
Is there a map?
There's not a map that I know of. We're conducting hearings as we're required to do, and that's where we're at right now.
I've gone through, I'm on the third version. I spent 40 hours probably doing these maps.
Dana Miller is one of nearly 90 people who have submitted a map of their own. His map, submitted last week, still gives 10 seats to Republicans and 5 to Democrats, but today says it could easily become 9-6, right in the middle of what Democrats want and what is currently in place. Do you still have faith that fair maps will come out?
I don't think so, not in the current process and not in our system.
But he says he still has hope. With this deadline not being met, the focus now moves to October 31st for when the Ohio Redistricting Commission has to submit a bipartisan map. And if they don't do that, well, the legislature gets a crack at it November 30th. In the State House, Colin Dorsey, 10 TV News.